things about each other. Sucks teeth, wags foot, fills cup too full, breathes in an inconsiderate way. We tried not to shout because of Eleanor. 14 waking hours, though, most Sundays, 700 hours a year for 10 years. You're bound to miss something like that when it's gone. I started going to Mass because I liked the feeling that I'd slipped behind enemy lines. In our house we called them caddies, and we gave them a wide berth, even Dad's cousin Jimmy Riley and all that crowd. The Queen was C of E, so that was good enough for us. When Jimmy's girls got married, we were invited to all the weddings, but Mum always knocked that on the head. She said caddy weddings went on for hours and Dad'd have to keep nipping out. I could have been a bridesmaid several times over if it hadn't been for my dad's bladder and the length of the nuptial mass. I like to go to the 11 o'clock, get there early and watch people arrive. There's a woman with a black thing on her head, like a Spanish widow, and this amazing escaping hair. And there's 5 men with bad teeth and big red hands, who always come in last and stand at the back. They smoke roll-ups as soon as they get outside. I'd like to meet the joker who sold them a job lot of bright blue suits. And then there's himself, dark, shy, a bit sad-looking too. The kind of man who maybe had a fiancée, only she married someone else. He fidgets and bumbles, drops his missile, puts his reading glasses on top of his head and then can't find them. And very devout. Does the full floor-grazing dip when he genuflects and strikes his chest at the mea culpa. Probably a recent convert. It was his scarf I noticed first. Lovely soft red wool on one side, yellow paisley lining and a long silky fringe. Quite a style statement for a man who sometimes forgets to tuck his shirt tail in. So I followed him, down the road and round the nip-in, but it's hard to see how I can make a move on a man who mainly looks at the floor. A girl with clean hair and a flowery dress appeared in my kitchen. I think we may be related. This was in the divorce settlement. I get close daily contact with bad attitude and unravelling knitwear, and Alec gets 2 hours a fortnight with a freshly showered sunbeam. Also, he gets to date girls called Sam, who weren't even born when the Archies had 5 weeks at #1 with Sugar Sugar, and I get to stalk middle-aged men who buy banana-flavoured breakfast products. I guess I should have read the small print. I said, "Will you be late?" "Dunno." "What's the plan?" "Dunno. Temping bowling." "Have you finished your geography?" "Yeah." I knew she hadn't finished her geography, and she knew I knew, but still we go through the motions. I mean, we're not talking Oxbow Lakes here, or the principal crops of the Murray-Darling Basin. We are not talking geography homework that considers the impact of tree felling on the habitat of the Guarani Indian. We are talking colouring in the sea. Eleanor believes Manchester is the cultural capital of the Western world, but she couldn't find it on a map, even if you held a Stanley knife to her throat and told her life depended on it. "Up the motorway," she'd say. No curiosity, no enthusiasm, and just the one facial expression. When she was born, the nurse said, "You have a lovely, healthy baby girl." But I think she's actually some advanced form of fish. The new woman stayed in the car while Alec and Eleanor rebonded, but I had a good look. He'd better watch out if he's planning on sitting between the pair of them at the bowling alley. He could get both his eyes put out. Senior executive blinded by synchronised hair tossers. "Oh, yeah," she said halfway into the car. "I forgot. Auntie Yvonne phoned. Said go for tea if you like, being as you're all on your own." "Thank you, Eleanor. I'm not sure if some of the hard of hearing in the outer reaches of Selly Oak with triple-glazed windows actually caught that, but thank you anyway for trying." I ate too much duck and felt sick. Then I made a to-day list. Make lists for week, etc. Call Yvonne. Think what to say to your mother. Call Adam and end it. List for week. Dry cleaning. Light bulbs. Gas Consumers Council. Tetanus appointment. Apples, quinces, possibly plums. Investigate smell. List for month. VAT. Suede shoes. Get haircut. Drink less coffee. Throw out spices that were best before end 1993. Rest of life, read proper literature, do bum lifts, stop saying yes when the operator says, "Will you hold?"